Palm oil prices have been volatile thus far in 2022. After hitting a high of 8,200 Malaysian ringgits per ton within a week of the Ukraine-Russia war, they slipped to a low of 3,600 Malaysian ringgits in July, only to bounce back by around 14% in August. Against the backdrop, companies like Adani Wilmar and Patanjali Foods hiked prices by around 5 to 7% to cope with the rising palm oil prices. As global palm oil prices corrected, the Indian government directed related companies to cut edible oil prices about 40 rupees per litre over the past few weeks to alleviate inflationary pressures.
It takes time for such price changes to trickle down from the manufacturer to the end consumer, especially as the distributors try to chomp down on the margins that expand during this transitionary phase. However, the center has emphasized specifically on the fact that this price cut must transition at the earliest possible, and it needs to be done in the form of also reduced MRPs. Most of these companies can see some pressure in the form of their earnings really contracting. There could be some changes in the cash flow situation of these companies. It could put in a minor dent into the free operating cash flow situation of these companies. However, going ahead, we believe that the margins continue to sustain broadly in the range at which that they operate.
Adani Wilmar's edible oil EBITDA margin weakened by 200 rupees per ton during the June 2022 quarter on the back of inflation and downtrading by consumers. Patanjali Foods' revenue from oils and Vanaspati segment grew a meager 7% over the March quarter. However, easing prices, along with the festive season ahead, are silver linings and should support volume growth in the coming quarters, analysts said. Against this backdrop, Edelweiss Securities suggests holding Adani Wilmar for a target of 743 rupees per share.
Also, players are not taking any steep cut, but they are gradual in cutting prices as they want to take advantage of lower raw material prices to protect margins. So from a long-term perspective, financial of these companies are set to improve and investor can look for accumulating this stock.
Overall, healthy demand outlook due to festive season and expected improvement in rural sentiment is keeping analysts bullish on the sector, at least for now. On Friday, investors will eye the domestic retail inflation data for July. Besides, global cues and other stock-specific action will also sway the indices.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
अब क्या किया?
शेयर्स में ट्रेडिंग।
तुम्हें 5 पैसा नहीं पता?
ओए, अब तो सबको पता है। 5 पैसा पर मिलते हैं रिसर्च टूल्स, पोर्टफोलियो एनालिटिक्स और इन्वेस्टमेंट आइडियाज भी। डाउनलोड 5 पैसा नाउ।
अब तो सबको पता है investing made easy and reporting with 5 paisa. Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.